Welcome to the Center for Transformational Practice. My name is Simon Dennis, and I'm the founding director of the center. The center is a residential community. Right now there's 5 people living here. And it's a practice center, which is to say that it's an environment that is set up in such a way so as to be able to be conducive to spiritual practice, broadly defined. And it's also a program and retreat center where we hold workshops and we hold retreats. We are on a 2-acre strip of land which runs from Latham Works Lane, which is right here, all the way down to the river. And we have the Ratcliffe Park on one side and this train line just on the other side of the road on one side, and then down at the other end, as I said before, is the river. So we're sort of socked in this little neighborhood here in White River Junction. So the center was founded around a mission of bringing together spirituality and sustainability. And by spirituality, I mean whatever we would do to cultivate our inner life. And by sustainability, what we would do to respond to the needs of the planet. Really, it became clear to me that a whole new approach to life is really what's going to be needed. That is to say, a new value system and a new assumptions about what it is that makes us happy, fundamentally. So that's another aspect of what the center is up to, is encouraging us as residents and us as a community of people attending programs to engage in activities of permaculture and gardening and this whole aspect of our lives, which is so deeply nourishing to both ourselves and to our environment around us. Another aspect of what the center is doing here has to do with encouraging spiritual practice. Spiritual practice is something we can do together, as something we can do in a way which is inclusive of all different faith traditions and all different approaches, and as something that is deeply satisfying and nourishing, and one way that we can make our lives meaningful. The environmental crisis that we're confronting nowadays is fundamentally a spiritual crisis. It has to do with our fundamental relationship with the present moment, our relationship with our environment, our understanding of our needs and our basic desires. If we're looking for solutions, and we're talking about everything but the root of the problem. If we're talking about legislation, we're talking about technology, we're talking about infrastructure, we're talking about all variety of things, but we're not getting to the fundamental driver of the problem. And in so doing, we're not actually in a position to truly solve the problem. So the Center for Sustainable Practice is oriented towards bringing the inner dimension and bringing what we consider to be the actual cause of the conundrum that we're in right now to the forefront, so that we can, both as a community, as individuals, begin to find solutions, real solutions that are not superficial and that are lasting. We have a job to do, and that gives purpose and direction to our lives. And if we can support one another in that, then it can turn into a situation that is exciting and meaningful